Mojo and away Magana dog. Giza Gin. How are you doing today? It's May 1st. It is I think it's the pink flower full moon in Scorpio. One of the things that I'm picking up on is that there is going to be revelation in the collective. And I'm not the only one saying that. And maybe I'm picking that up because other people are saying that. I did spend some time with it this morning, and those were the words that landed with me. And I wondered, is it really revelation? And yeah, the message I got was it absolutely is revelation in the collective, but it will be very personal for you. And so, what I wanted to come on here and remind you of course, grace is your superpower. That is where you will find your true self. But I wanted to ask you, which one, or maybe a multiple of the 7 grandfather teachings, will you lean into today and during this season of revelation in the collective? Will it be Dabwewin, truth? Will it be Dabas and Dizowin, humility? Will it be Manajidawin, respect? Will it be Zagidawin, love? Maybe it'll be Zongedewin. That one I need to work on. Zongedewin, courage. It also could be Guayakwadizwin, honesty. And more than anything, hopefully we end up at Nibwa Kawin, wisdom, intelligence. So hang in there, guys. Be good to yourself. Drink your water. Go sit on the land. Do something good for other people today. 1313, starting fresh. Encouragement, ambition, foundations, creative endeavors, communication. Step out of your comfort zone and begin creating something meaningful. Your skills and talents are aligned to bring you auspicious rewards. Build your confidence and trust in your decisions as you embark on new beginnings. There you go, guys. There you go. So I want to leave you with that and sending you all of my love. And remember, Jawana Missionam, Jawana Missionam, Jawana Missionam, Jawana Missionam, Baamaapii. Okay, so if you're still here, I'm doing something different today. I'm doing a 3-minute short. Hold on, let me do something here. On YouTube, but then I wanted to follow it up with a little bit of a longer video. I haven't done a long form video for YouTube in a minute, and so I wanted to go ahead and finish up with some other thoughts that I wanted to talk about today, because I think it's really important that we get anchored and grounded in our world today. It's the energies are going to feel chaotic. They're going to feel very disruptive. We're going to feel like potentially, I hope I'm not I'm trying not to project here. It is possible that we will feel shaken to our core. And that is purposeful for this time. I heard an Anishinaabe gentleman this morning on my Instagram feed talking about how people are worried about, whether or not this is the apocalypse. And his premise is that for Indigenous Americans, for Native Americans, we've already had the apocalypse. And that tracks for me on many levels, knowing what I know about Native American history and what it's been like for over 400 years. So if I look at that through a lens of not only a wisdom seeker, a knowledge curator, Ojibwe with deep colonial settler ties. And I'm wondering, those ancestors of mine who lived through apocalypse and who speak to me in my dreams are saying to me to not live in fear. And if anything, I'm being called more deeply into the seven grandfather teachings, and they're leading me to my grace, that grace being my superpower. And I'm dancing around this because I want to say it, but I also like I feel like I have to do this whole diatribe to preface why I'm going to say this. But um, let me just put it this way: those things that are being torn down need to be torn down, even though we don't approve of the way that has been taken toward tearing those things down. If we step back for a minute and think about what is actually happening energetically, those things need to be torn down. And my counsel is that we, by all, for certain, we should grieve that tearing down. We need to take the time to grieve that, to grieve the good that existed in those institutions and structures where there was good, and grieve that, but also understand that there was also harm in those institutions and those structures. 250 years worth at least of harm. So grieve what's being torn down, but understand something better will be built in the future. Something better will be built, will take the place of those institutions and those structures. I may not see it in my lifetime, but I can see it with my spirit's eye that something better is going to happen. And so at the beginning of this, I talked about the revelation in the collective. And it's really, really important, I think, for us all to remember that what we generate with our thoughts and our words is what we will manifest. So yes, it is okay to have the fear. Yes, it is okay to grieve. And by all means, go through those processes, but then catch yourself, dip into the seven grandfathers' teachings, make sure that you are balancing yourself so that what you think and dream of next will actually get better. Sorry, this thing. I don't know why it does this. Oh well, I guess you're going to deal with my big fat face. Yeah, this is how it goes for me. Really deep, spiritual philosophy, and then the clown's got to come out because something happened. Back to the thought. Yes, work through the fear. It's normal to feel it. Don't beat yourself up for it. Grieve what is being lost. Grieve the good that is being lost, and that is not being lost. Let me back up. Grieve the good that existed in those institutions and those structures, which supported them. Grieve those that being torn down, but know that that good exists. It doesn't disappear, and it becomes the foundation for that thing, which is much better on our horizon. So, yeah, I think that's where I want to leave it. I really didn't want to do a whole like grandma hair this morning. I didn't really want to do a big long one, but I did want to do longer than 3 minutes. So, um, reminder, dip into the seven grandfather teachings, let them guide you, let them help your thoughts and your words create a pathway to your grace, your superpower, and then help to manifest a better future for us all. So I'll leave it there. Baamaapii.